it?
No,
I think it was just because.
it was just he had a headache and they've got that we got a whole medical team that handles all that stuff. They've got questions and tests and all that, and he you talked to him after the game, you'd think he was, I don't know if he even interviewed with y'all, I don't know, but you'd think he was great. Like, he was trying to come back in the game, but just like I said, they shut him down. So he'll be in our protocol, and but he was really good after the game. He was celebrating with his teammates and all that stuff. So hopefully he'll bounce back and be okay. But regardless, we've got to get that third guy ready. So get Ben up to speed a little bit and continue to work Renfro. Make sure he's ready to go. He'd have been the next guy in. He even came up to me after the game and said, "Would I have been going in?" I said, "That's right. Yeah, big boy, you're going in. So you better be ready." Chase is refusing to go down. He's like, fighting for extra yards, and I'm just going, "Oh my God!" But I love the will to win. I love the competitiveness of it, and just a great win for our team. A great win, especially at this point in the season. So we're happy to be 5-0 and moving on.
Coach, you're 24-4 in games decided by 8 points or less since 2011. It seems like you have to gut one out like this every year. Does success just beget success? How much of that confidence carries over from class to class?
Well, I think so. I think they all draw on their experience. They just think they're supposed to win, and they believe they're going to win. They believe somebody's going to make a play, and there's no question. I mean, that's an unbelievable stat over a long period of time. So that's the culture of our program. And again, that's leadership development, that's off season, it's everything when you get in those moments, because it's easy to look for cover, but our guys, man, they just keep fighting. And there were some tough situations that we put them in out there. They get the touchdown, like I said, off the drop punt. That daggum punter, man, holy cow, he was bringing rain out there, but. Mari was disappointed. Mari's a great competitor and one of the most consistent players we have, and that was a big mistake. But we overcame it. A lot of mistakes, and we found a way to win, and that's the mark of a good team. Not only did we find a way to win, we were down 2 scores, and 2-score game, and we had to come back and do it in the fourth quarter. So that's gutsy. A lot of guts, a lot of courage, and a lot of heart.
Now, when you talk about adversity, you couldn't ask for a better palette to paint a picture for these kids to look at in the future. Everything you could think of possibly went wrong with injuries and quarterback going down. Talk about the adversity and this team coming over it.
Yeah, it was awesome. And we talked a lot about that this week. And Trayvon Mullen goes down. And Kyler's out there, the freshman. But we're living in la-la land if we think we're not going to have adversity in our life for the rest of our life, whether it's football. In the big scheme of things, we ain't really had no adversity. This is a game. But it's been adversity when it's something that you are passionate about and something that we work so hard at and everybody's so invested in. And you have some of the challenges that we had this week. Mark, tell him to call back. Mark, we sat him down for team rules today. And Cornell was not suspended, but he couldn't play. He had an academic issue, and hopefully that gets resolved. But so just, and then obviously their situation with Kelly earlier in the week. There was just a lot going on, and then Trevor. It was just like we call it Murphy's Law. That's what it was. But the Tigers overcame it, and it's awesome to see.
What about Anchor?
He rolled his ankle. He started the game, and he was a little tender on it on Wednesday at practice, but bounced back. Actually, a little tender. He came back Tuesday. It was a little tender Wednesday, and he thought he was going to be able to go the whole time. But once he got out there, he just didn't feel like he could quite do what he needed to do. So we bumped Pollard out there. We're fortunate that we've got some pretty good flexibility within the offensive line, and there's another one that you're down a guy right there, a really good football player, but we still find a way.
For
It's
fans
you.
that were worried about the locker room maybe coming into the game, what does something like that do for those fans specifically in terms of, the expectations of how this team's handling things moving forward?
Well, the fans don't need to worry about this locker room. That's mythical. This is a group of young people that work really, really, really hard and that want to win. So I saw unbelievable leadership this week. Christian, just simple. Christian Wilkins, simple thing, took Trevor to breakfast Wednesday morning. Just took him to breakfast on his own. I didn't know about it. Somebody sent a picture to me saying, "Hey, Coach, I just want you to know the type of leaders you have on your team." It's a random picture, and Christian taking Trevor to breakfast. That's the type of leadership we've got, and so it's inspiring. It's inspiring to see young people, especially, rally and believe and hang in there and stay together. And like I said, these are lessons that they will carry with them the rest of their life. Because I really think a lot of the things that you learn inside the lines, you take with them outside the lines into your life, and you have things go against you. But it's how you respond. It's how you respond. And these guys responded in a very inspirational way today.
Did Syracuse throw any curveballs or surprises out there that you weren't expecting?
They did a few things a little differently, but pretty much what we thought. I mean, they kind of are who they are. They have an identity that they believe in, and that's why they get successful. They don't come in every week with a new game plan and all that stuff. But they did a couple things defensively that was a little unique on a couple of calls, but for the most part, it was what we thought we'd get. We did a good job of sticking to the plan in the run game once we kind of found what we needed to do to catch all. They blitzed in the A gap a lot, gut X blitzes, and so we really mixed up our gap schemes and our zone schemes really, really effectively, and hurt them and had just enough misdirection where we kind of sprinkled in some outside stuff that kept them off balance.
With Kelly, has he unenrolled from school, and is there any scenario in which he could rejoin this team?
Yeah, I have no idea, and I'm not talking about anything about Kelly. I'm just going to talk about our team. I've addressed everything I'm going to address on Kelly.
Okay.
Wish him all the best, and we're moving on.
With Chase seeing his journey from scout team quarterback to behind a bunch of guys in the spring to leading the game-winning drive, can you reflect on what it is about him that allowed him to meet this moment?
Yeah, well, if you really paid attention, and the local people around here know, I mean, I've been talking about Chase Price since the spring. He was our third guy in the spring, and I said many times in fall camp, y'all aren't asking me about Chase Price. I'm telling y'all, this kid can play. I said from the get-go, I said, I think we have 3 guys that we can win the league. And that's now we got 2. And we got to figure out at least get a half of another to be ready. But so I'm not surprised. I mean, but he hasn't had to go do it. So that's that. In the long run, what happened today may be one of the best things for our team, because it's not down the road where he gets thrown. I mean, he will never forget this. This is for him to have to go in and win a game in that type of situation. His confidence, his belief, but more importantly, what his teammates saw in him. It's priceless. And so I'm really just proud of him. But we recruited him. He's one of the top 15 quarterbacks in the country. He played at a great high school in Grayson, one of the biggest schools in the country, one of the winningest programs around. Won a state championship. He's just a really good player. And as I've said many times, sometimes he's a little unorthodox, but he's just got a lot of swag, a lot of moxie. He's just even keel, and he can sling it. He can sling it. But I thought the game slowed down. It was really, really fast early, but we did a good job of kind of just building around him a little bit to kind of let him slow his breathing down and settle in. And then when we had to have it, he was ready. So just really proud of him.
Coach,
Proud of him.